Cardiorespiratory Research Group is a world leader here within the school. It effectively looks at exercise and health in the cardiovascular system and the respiratory system of people who work at the highest level of elite sports, down to sedentary individuals and all the way through to clinical populations, people with respiratory disease, people with cardiovascular disease. And the idea of the group is that we want to try and optimize health and function in those two systems, which are clearly fundamental to our life and activity. The stem cell biology group have an international reputation for an area that is really cutting edge science. And it's about how the heart may actually have the ability to repair itself, and how we can optimize that and apply that into clinical trials.
The research that we focus on in our group here is looking at endogenous cardiac stem cells, which are found resident in the adult mammalian heart. And we're interested in looking in the pathways by which these cells can be activated to regenerate the heart in response to damage or stress. We're also collaborating currently with Liverpool Heart and Chest Hospital, and we're looking to characterise the resident cardiac stem cells found within the human heart. Liverpool Heart and Chest Hospital are very excited about this because they're very keen to develop readily available and cheap therapies for the treatment of heart disease.
We have many collaborative research projects between the Council of Chester Hospital, where I work as a consultant cardiologist, and also at Liverpool John Moores University. We primarily look at the effects of exercise on athletes' hearts. We use cardiac ultrasound, echocardiography, and also ECGs, both athletes at rest and also following exercise, to see if there are any beneficial or even detrimental effects of exercise on the heart.
But there are a certain and small number of people every year, elite athletes, who actually die performing their sports or indeed doing their training. And there have been plenty of examples of that in the mass media over the last few years. Some of the research that we're interested in is trying to predict who those people will be, or try and identify those athletes who may have underlying cardiovascular disease. And of course, if you do that, you have the potential to prevent a significant cardiovascular event.
Some of the latest data we've come out with is basically looked at screening groups of elite athletes for exercise-induced asthma, and what we found is large numbers of elite athletes don't actually realise they have conditions such as exercise-induced asthma. So the research we're promoting, and we have a respiratory clinic that provides a service to professional clubs, is that if you have the means and purposes to do so, you should basically screen all elite athletes for exercise-induced asthma. Now, that research obviously been published in the international journals, but it's also had practical implications, because the British Olympic team prior to the Beijing Games and prior to the 2012 Games will every member of that squad will be screened for exercise-induced asthma based on that research.
What I find most exciting about the research that we do is the fact that it's contributing towards the prevention and the treatment and possible prevention of heart disease.
Oh, there is absolutely no doubt that having started working with Liverpool John Moores University, our research has become exponential. There's a huge access to different sporting disciplines here. There's a great ethos here of high research standards. If you just go through the amount of papers and research that are put out every year and the way that they're actually viewed around the world, this is an excellent place to work and for me to do further research.
The cardiorespiratory group is an exciting group to work in because it's an exciting group of people, very dynamic, very interested in trying to ask relevant research questions and trying to find the answer to those questions as well. And it does really relate to the fact that the work that we do has impact. It has an end user. It will improve somebody's function. It will improve somebody's life. And I think when it's that exciting and that relevant, and you have a collaborative team that stretches around the globe, it's really motivating to the individual researchers.